All right, let's dive right in. There's a revolution happening right now in digital marketing, and it's all being powered by artificial intelligence. Now, this is creating some absolutely incredible opportunities, but it's also throwing some major challenges at everyone in the business. So let's break down what's really going on. So that brings up a really important question, one that anyone in marketing or running a business needs to be asking themselves. Is your strategy actually ready for what's already here? Because the tools and the tech we're about to talk about, this isn't science fiction. This is stuff that's changing the game as we speak. And look, this isn't just hype. The numbers back it up. A massive 61% of marketers say AI is essential for them to succeed. Not just helpful, essential. That's a clear majority who see this as a totally non-negotiable part of their future. I mean, that's the industry sending a pretty clear signal, right? Okay, but here's the catch. Here's the central problem. While most people see the potential, actually using AI is happening way too slow. And the biggest thing holding everyone back, it's not the tech, it's not the money. It's a huge skills gap. We know we need it, but the lack of real hands-on training is a major roadblock for the whole industry. So, what's the solution here? How is the industry fighting back? To really see it in action, we're going to deconstruct a real-world masterclass as a case study. By taking it apart piece by piece, we can get a super clear picture of the skills and strategies you need to survive and thrive in this new AI-powered world. All right, so first things first, what are we even talking about here? When we say AI-driven marketing, we're not talking about throwing out the fundamentals. No way. It's about fusing what we already know with some serious AI power. The goal is pretty simple, really. Automate the boring stuff, create content that feels like it's made just for you, and tweak your campaigns on the fly. So, let's pop the hood on a modern AI curriculum, shall we? If we look at the anatomy of how a course like this is built, we can see the exact blueprint for how AI should be woven right into the DNA of any marketing strategy today. You'll notice something right away. This isn't about throwing out everything we know. The core pillars are all still there. SEO, content, Google Ads, social media, analytics. The real game changer here is that AI isn't some separate bolt-on topic. It's baked into every single one of these areas to make each one smarter and way more efficient. Okay, so fusing AI sounds cool, but what does it actually do in the real world? Well, it's all about that big shift from tedious manual work to smart, automated systems that do the heavy lifting for you. Let's see how that plays out. Let's start with SEO, for example. The old way, hours of manual keyword research, slow, painful tweaks to your pages. But with AI, it completely flips the script. We're moving to predictive analysis, figuring out what people will search for, and getting instant suggestions to optimize your site in real time. It's the difference between looking in the rearview mirror and looking at a GPS map of the future. And content creation? Come on. We've all been there, right? Staring at a blank page, stuck in a brainstorming meeting that goes nowhere, and ending up with a one-size-fits-all message. AI comes in and just smashes through that. It can generate topic ideas based on data, and it lets you create personalized content for thousands of people. That's a scale we could only dream of before. And it's the same story with advertising. It gets a massive upgrade. Forget manually managing your bids and just spraying your ads at a broad audience. AI brings in automated smart bidding to get the best price, and even better, predictive targeting to find the people who are actually going to buy. It's all about being smarter, faster, and not wasting a single dollar. And we're not just talking about abstract ideas. This means getting your hands on a whole new set of tools. We're talking about game-changing text generators like ChatGPT and Bard, creating mind-blowing images with Midjourney, and even generating full videos with AI actors from platforms like Synthesia and HeyGen. This is the new toolbox every marketer needs. Okay, so you're sold on the why, but what about the how? For any of this to work, the training has to be easy to get to. And that's why we're seeing these new flexible educational models pop up everywhere. From deep dive in-person classes to live online sessions you can take from home, and even training for your whole team right at your office. So if we look at the pricing for this particular program, you can see how it breaks down. The different options, whether you go in person, join online, or book a corporate session, they're all valued differently.
The costs, in Emirati dirhams, show the kind of investment that's needed to get these next-level skills.
Look, a great program these days is so much more than just someone talking at you from the front of the room. A really solid in-person experience, for example, has to include interactive sessions, labs where you get your hands dirty with the actual AI tools, chances to network with other pros, and of course, a clear path to getting an official certification. Now, with all this new stuff popping up, a really critical question is, who can you trust to teach you? The credibility of whoever is providing the training is absolutely key. You really want to look for folks who have a proven history and credentials you can actually verify. This timeline here is a great example of what to look for. You have an organization that started way back in 1999, was one of the first to bring digital education to its region in 2008, and is now on the cutting edge of integrating AI. That's the kind of long-term evolution that builds real trust. And the numbers, they really do tell the story. You're looking for proof, right? Things like being an official Google partner, having over 2 decades of real-world experience, and a track record of training literally thousands of professionals. And it's all led by an instructor with serious roots in the industry. That's what you want to see. But at the end of the day, the numbers are one thing. What really matters is what people who've actually taken the course are saying. This quote from a PhD who took part, it zeroes in on what's most important: real, practical knowledge of the tools and all those little tricks of the trade. That's the kind of impact that proves the training works. So, after breaking all of this down, what's the big idea here? The whole point is that the future of marketing isn't about AI replacing people. Not at all. It really boils down to empowerment. It's about giving talented marketers amazing new tools so they can do their jobs faster, smarter, and better than they ever could before. And that brings us full circle. The AI tools aren't just coming anymore, they're here. The ways to learn them are available. So the only question left is the one we started with, and it's for you. The tools are here. Is your strategy ready? Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.